I'm Carol Vorderman and welcome to Perfect 10. It's May the 1st and a very happy May Day to you. I hope you had a great weekend and you're ready to give your brain its daily workout. Perfect 10, of course. 10 questions, 10 points, all done in just 10 minutes. Once again, we're here from Monday to Friday with brain teasers, questions and puzzles which will educate, which will entertain and which will irritate the life out of you, possibly all at the same time. So make sure you subscribe, you like and you follow on YouTube or wherever you're currently listening. And that way you can get the next episode automatically in your feed as soon as it drops. Head on over, if you'd like to our website, which is perfect10.uk, to download your free Perfect 10 scorecard so you can just print it out, fill it in as you go. And that will help you keep track of your scores throughout this week and give you something to wave in front of your friends, your family, or the group of people you're playing Perfect 10 against when you get a higher score than them. I always like doing that myself. And while you're there, become part of our Perfect 10 family. You're very welcome by signing up to our mailing list. You'll get access to behind-the-scenes content, to our exclusive competitions, usually some good prizes up there, and some bonus questions to keep your mind ticking over. Enough chit-chat, Vorderman. Are you ready to dive into a brand new week of Perfect 10? If you are, let's go. We call question 1 your starter for a Perfect 10, and hopefully this will get you a point straight away. Here it is. In terms of area, which is bigger, Canada, the United States of America, or Mexico? Question 2 is our hearsay round. You're about to hear a sound file that relates to a well-known phrase or saying. Put the sonic pieces together and you'll have your answer. So, what well-known phrase or saying is hidden in these sounds?
Oh, we're in hell! So, should we speak about Satan?
Let's banter about Beelzebub.
Yeah, let's natter about old Nick.
Answers, as always, after the final question. Question 3 is Carol lateral thinking, and today it's all about words, not numbers. One specific word, in fact. Which word can be used to describe something as high quality, something especially thin, or as a payment for a violation? One word, many meanings, but which word am I looking for here? Moving on, and question 4 is our memory game. Quick reminder for newcomers, you're going to hear a short clip with lots of information packed into it. What you need to do is remember as much of it as possible because I will give you a question at the end based on what you've just heard. Okay, get your brain boxes in gear because here comes the clip.
Deep in the jungles of Assam in northeast India, troops of macaque monkeys patrol their territory. This particular troop of 33 individuals can be heard from over 1 kilometer away. And with around 120 families in the area, they need to protect their land. Macaques use their tails, which can reach up to 70 centimeters in length, to steady themselves on branches over 15 meters above the jungle floor.
Well, that was a very nice piece from a nature documentary. Wonderful. I hope you were listening because here comes your question. How many individual monkeys are there in the troop? It was all in the clip, but can you recall the information you need to answer that question? Questions 5, 6 and 7 are all part of a group we like to call frivolous, familiar and fun, the 3 Fs. Common knowledge questions about pop culture, everyday items and the world around us. Question 5 is this. Which Charles Dickens character used the phrase "bah humbug"? We all know that phrase, don't we? But what is the full name of the character who utters those words? Here's question 6. Scurvy is a condition caused by a lack of which vitamin? It used to be very common with sailors and pirates between the 16th and the 18th century, but what was the main cause? It's time for question 7 of today's Perfect 10, and this one is all about a particular musical instrument. Here it is. What are the metal strips on the neck of a guitar called? Question 8 And one in, one out now, where we change a letter in a word to create a new word. Which letter can you change in the word hours, Hours, to make something that belongs to you? Feel free to hit pause if you need thinking time. There's no time limit here on Perfect 10. Question 9 is called I know this. It's those tip of the tongue answers that will really have you kicking yourself when you hear it. Right, here it is. In 1852, Elisha Otis invented a safety device for which type of transportation? Here's a clue. You can see the Otis name almost every time you use one of these very common machines. Have a think about where you might have seen that name before. And here we are at the final question today. One final push. We're on the home stretch now. As always, we end with our daily riddle. Here it is. Isabella has 20 cousins, 10 uncles, and 10 aunts. Now, each cousin has an aunt who is not Isabella's aunt. Who is that aunt? You can do it, I promise. And there you have it. Another Monday in the bag. Well done, everyone. That was a great workout today. Take a breather, let your mind cool down, grab a cuppa, because the answers are coming up. But before that, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's Perfect 10. And join our family on social media by searching for @Perfect10Carol. We've got even more daily questions and puzzles which you will not find anywhere else. So, is your brain feeling a little bit sharper than it did yesterday? 10 tricky questions, but did you get a perfect 10 score? Here come today's answers. Question 1. In terms of area, which is bigger, Canada, the United States of America, or Mexico? And the answer is Canada. In fact, Canada is the second largest country in the world, with a total area of almost 10 million square kilometres. And the largest country in the world? Maybe I won't tell you the answer to that. It might crop up in a future episode of Perfect 10. Moving on. Question 2 was our hearsay round.
Oh, we're in hell! So, should we speak about Satan?
Let's banter about Beelzebub.
Yeah, let's natter.
The phrase I was looking for was talk of the devil. Of course it was. They're easy when you know the answer, aren't they? Question 3 was Carol lateral thinking. My question was, which word can be used to describe something as high quality, something especially thin, or as a payment for a violation? The word I was looking for was fine. Something can be of high quality, like fine china. It can be thin, like fine hair. Or it can be used as a payment, like a parking fine. So well done if you got that one right. Question 4, our memory question, where we listened in on a nature documentary today. And based on that clip, the question I asked you was, how many individual monkeys are there in the troop? And the answer in the clip was 33 monkeys. Question 5, we're into the 3 Fs and started with a bit of Dickens. Which Charles Dickens character used the phrase, "Bah, humbug"? The answer, of course, is Ebenezer Scrooge. Would it surprise you to hear that old Scrooge may have been based on a real person? Jemmy Wood, owner of the Gloucester Old Bank and possibly Britain's first millionaire, was nationally renowned for his stinginess and might have been the inspiration for Scrooge. Dickens also mentions a politician named John Elwes in his later work who bears a striking resemblance to the old miser. A very unfavourable comparison. Indeed, interesting though. Question 6. Scurvy is a condition caused by a lack of which vitamin? Did you get the answer right? The answer is vitamin C, or ascorbic acid. At the time, the British Navy would supply sailors with massive amounts of limes and lemons to ward off the disease. In 1804, for example, the Navy Board had to source 50,000 gallons of lemon juice, which typically came from Spain. Unfortunately, Britain was at war with Spain at the time. As a result, the board switched to lime juice, which could be obtained from the Caribbean. And this is what earned British sailors the nickname limeys by the American sailors who were unaware of the reasons behind the Brits' love of lime juice instead of lemon juice. Question 7. What are the metal strips on the neck of a guitar called? And the answer is they're called frets. Question 8, and it's one in, one out. Which letter can you change in the word ours, H-O-U-R-S, to make something that belongs to you? Change the letter H for a letter Y to get the word yours, Y-O-U-R-S. Question 9. In 1852, Elisha Otis invented a safety device for which type of transportation? And the answer is the elevator, or as we would call it, the lift. Here's question 10, the daily riddle. Isabella has 20 cousins, 10 uncles, and 10 aunts. Now each cousin has an aunt who is not Isabella's aunt. Who is that aunt? The answer is, it's Isabella's mum. It's not Isabella's aunt. So, how did you do? Did you score a perfect 10 on our first show of the week? Let us know how you did. We really, honestly want to see your scores, whether you got a perfect 10 or a smaller 1. It's all important to us. And remember to subscribe to the podcast and follow us on YouTube and across our social media channels so you don't miss out on any of our exclusive content and bonus questions. We really want you to be a part of the Perfect 10 family. And that's nearly it for Monday, but before I go, I'll leave you with today's anagram. Which British pop star is an anagram of Abnormal Dan? A-B-N-O-R-M-A-L, abnormal, Dan, D-A-N. I'll give you the answer to that in tomorrow's episode, along with a whole new day of questions, brain teasers, and puzzles. I am Carol Vorderman. That was my perfect 10, and I hope you have a perfect day.